I just realized that I forgot to show you how to reconnect the yarn at the end of class. Oh my goodness. Okay, so for your chain, when you are ready to reconnect your yarn, we're going to do something. We can do it one of two ways. We can just put our hook back in our loop, and we can take our yarn, our yarn ball, our working yarn, and we can just lay it over our hook and just pull it through the loop, and then we can just start yarning over and chaining. And after we get a couple little chains, then we can take our two ends and just tie them together a tiny bit and make a little knot right there, and you can keep going. That's one way. That is absolutely one way that you can do it. Super easy. Or we can come back. Let me undo these here so I can show you the other way. The other thing that we can do is we can connect our yarn. So I can take the tail from my chain, and I can take my new yarn and I can cross them over just a little bit like this. I'm going to take my first yarn, my tail yarn, and I'm going to lay it across my other yarn tail from my ball yarn, and then I'm going to go underneath it. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go underneath it. I'm going to go across the top of my tail yarn with my end, and then I'm going to wrap it back around and just make a knot. Basically make a little knot right there. Then I'm going to take my ball yarn, the yarn I want to reattach. I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to go over the top of my tail yarn. I'm going to take it and go over the top. I'm going to wrap it back underneath, and then I'll just take my yarns right here and make a little knot with it around my other one. And you'll notice sometimes I got the end just a little too small, but okay. Now they overlap. Then if I pull right here and right here, I can pull those two knots together, and I can pull real tight, and then I can trim my ends, not too close, but pretty close, to get rid of these two little ends. And now I'm ready to put my hook back in. I want to make sure that my hook goes in with my loop not twisted on my hook. And now I can start crocheting my chain again. And yes, I'll have a little knot there, but you know what? If I want to continue my chain, that is how I can reconnect my yarn. And there you go. But I realized I forgot at the end of class to show you, and I told you I would. So there is how you reconnect your yarn. If you have any questions, just let me know. Happy crocheting!